reason that I'm here has already been mentioned, and it's not beach volleyball. It is Daniel Chong. I don't know how many of you are educated what actually happened, but this student was detained for 5 days without charge by the DEA and put in a small room without food or water. He's suffered kidney failure and many other lots of problems. But I'm here today to propose a resolution, if you would be interested, to denounce the Drug Enforcement Agency for the detention of the UCSD student Daniel Chong. So if you'd just like to take a minute and listen to what I have to say. The recent news of the extra-legal detention of one of the members of the UCSD community has come as a shock to us all. The disregard for the law of the land and the rights of the individuals of this community is abhorrent and inexcusable. It is not enough that the Drug Enforcement Administration promises that this will never happen to any one of our fellow students again. Things will only be made right when Californians, beginning with the young people of the state, instruct the federal government that this kind of abuse of power will never be allowed to happen again. It is for these reasons that we denounce the practices and policies of the DEA. Whereas, we denounce the DEA for the unlawful and extra-legal detention of Daniel Chong. Whereas, we denounce the DEA for the cruel and unusual punishment inflicted on Daniel Chong over the course of his detention. Whereas, we reproach the DEA for allowing Daniel Chong to be exposed to harmful substances such as methamphetamine during his detention. Whereas, we condemn the DEA for the disrespect of the law of the land, the United States Constitution, in violation of the rights of Daniel Chong, including rights including but not limited to the 7th and 8th Amendments of the Bill of Rights, as well as the writ of habeas corpus, Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution. Whereas, we denounce the psychological damages experienced by Daniel Chong as a result of his detention by the DEA and the withholding of basic human necessities, including food and water. Whereas, we rebuke the DEA for the desperate mental state inflicted upon Daniel Chong by his treatment in their custody, resulting from prolonged dehumanizing isolation as well as the denial of basic human necessities such as food and water. Whereas, we condemn the purposeful and harmful negligence on the part of members of the DEA with respect to the denial of basic human necessities such as food and water to Daniel Chong during his detention. Whereas, we reproach the DEA for the physical damage inflicted upon Daniel Chong during his prolonged detention, including the onset of kidney failure due to the lack of the basic human necessities. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other members? Any other amendments or objections? All right. With no objections, this passes.
Oh yeah, you still pass.